I think one of the best marketing jobs of any film I've ever seen. You've done a fantastic job with this movie.
Man, I appreciate it, Jimmy. And honestly, that's the spirit of Marty Supreme, Christmas Day. Marty Supreme, dream big. Marty Supreme, Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Mr. Chalamet, my guy, you have done it again.
Shabba ding dong.
In the past few weeks, I have not seen anything else other than
Marty Supreme, Christmas Day. Marty Supreme, Christmas Day. Marty Supreme, Christmas Day.
the marketing of Timothee's new movie has reached escape velocity, and I had to come on here and praise this man and his team on how they did it. Because what started as a marketing stunt for an independent movie about ping pong turned into a cultural phenomenon. From rocking the buzzcut and Timothee's wild A24 interview to featuring on a rap track by his doppelganger Esdeekid. This movie release is doing something completely different, and it low-key feels less like a movie release but more like an album rollout. So today I want to break down how Timothée Chalamet turned Marty Supreme into a movement, and why nobody else could have pulled this off. Also, if you want to get some epic merch from your favorite movies and directors, check out our web shop because we are fully stocked again. Now let's get into the video. It all started with a movie about ping pong, directed by Josh Safdie, that follows Marty Mauser, an ambitious, obsessive ping pong player who believes he is destined to be one of the greats, played by Timothée Chalamet of course. To be honest, I've heard about this story beforehand because my dad is actually a semi-professional table tennis player in the Netherlands, and the movie's story is based on an autobiography of Riesman, who was a big-time gambler and one of America's greatest table tennis champions. Now, the whole story is about dreaming big, about believing you're destined for something great, even when the world tells you it is ridiculous, which already feels on par with Timothée as a person. Looking at Timothée's life and career from growing up as a kid in a New York housing project.
It's a tough lifestyle, and a lot of people, aren't doing
It's a hard way. It's a hard way to make a living.
fantastically.
To becoming one of the youngest Best Actor nominees in Oscars history. In hindsight, it all feels very intentional, and so the marketing was all about becoming one of the greats.
I know people don't usually talk like that, but I want to be one of the greats. I'm inspired by the greats. I'm inspired by the greats here tonight. I'm really in pursuit of greatness.
Timothée wasn't just another actor promoting yet another one of his films. He was already aura farming as one of the greats. He had just wrapped his performance as Bob Dylan, one of the greatest musicians of all time. And so he wasn't just playing icons, he literally became one. At the same time, he pulled up everywhere, from interviews to award shows and red carpets. Not alone, but with his girlfriend Kylie Jenner, further cementing himself as the center of attention.
Very privileged tonight to be joined by the runner-up in New York's recent Timothée Chalamet lookalike competition. Welcome to the BAFTAs, young man. Lovely attention to detail. You're with a Kylie Jenner lookalike. Well done.
Now, this already was a perfect setup for success, but then came A24's genius marketing. Instead of just doing your regular posters, trailers, and billboards screaming coming soon, they decided to release a Marty Supreme jacket, which became the centerpiece of the entire campaign. Not only did Timothée wear it, also other pop cultural icons and stars like Frank Ocean, Justin and Hailey Bieber, Kid Cudi, Tom Brady, and you name it. All artists, athletes, and cultural heavyweights of our time. Timothée and A24 basically treated the movie like a fashion brand. And fans treated it like one too. The pop-up stores generated so much demand that people camped outside overnight to spend $250 on a piece of merch for a movie that hadn't even come out yet.
And so these folks all want the jacket. You gonna flip this or you gonna keep it?
I'm definitely gonna sell it and probably keep a sweater for myself.
But here's why their idea was so genius. You weren't just buying a jacket, you were buying into the idea of dreaming big. Now, it all seemed quite normal up until here, but then A24 dropped what looked like a completely normal press interview.
Hey,
Thanks.
how's everyone doing?
Hey, Timothy, how are you, man? Good
Hey,
to
how are
see
you
you.
doing?
It appeared to be nothing flashy, just Timothée sitting down with a buzz cut and a yellow tank top in a Zoom meeting with the marketing team, talking about his promotion campaign for his new movie. Except it was everything but normal. Because throughout the interview, you realize it's all one big performance.
Are you guys seeing my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
My visual artist took him 6 months to mock this up.
Wow.
It reminded me a lot of Shia LaBeouf pulling up high in a Zoom meeting with Brad Pitt and Sean Penn.
Hey, it's me!
Shia.
Or even Joaquin Phoenix for his mockumentary I'm Still Here, where he let the world believe he gave up on acting to become a rapper. In the interview, Timothée explains his grotesque marketing ideas for the film, including an orange-colored blimp and an orange-colored Empire State Building.
If it's the difference between, you know what I mean, someone losing an arm putting out the movie, but someone gaining an arm intellectually when they see it, I'm a fan of the latter.
His quote, Marty Supreme on Christmas Day, started to pop up literally everywhere. People posted videos of the blimp flying over LA with the audio of Timothée Chalamet saying,
"Hey, Timothy, has anything interesting happened to you in your life the last couple months? Marty Supreme, Christmas Day."
For sure.
His fans literally became walking billboards. They even turned the LA Sphere into an orange ping pong ball. And to top it all off, there was an actual table tennis championship in New York hosted by Airbnb. And this is where things started to take off. Here's the thing people forget about Timothée Chalamet. Lil Timmy Tim has been tapped into the hip-hop culture for years. Back in high school, he was already dropping bars for his classmates.
It's your boy Lil Timmy Tim, aka 2 Inches Proud.
Yeah.
You told me to spit some shit, I'm about to spit some shit impromptu.
Spit that shit.
And once he even handed in a rap for an assignment about statistics.
Statistic, yep. Statistic, yep.
Watch Little Timmy Tim on YouTube. Watch some rap videos.
Poor guy. Timothee's online presence is without a doubt one of the greatest out there. He has also been a longtime fan of hip-hop artist Kid Cudi, and has quoted him as one of his biggest inspirations.
The best quality about Timmy is that he's super genuine. Timmy is always Timmy with me, not the Timothee that people know and they see in the movies. I remember one New Year's, like 2020, he came over my house and it was just me and him, and we just rang in the New Year together. It was so dope, and like, he's just a really good dude.
He recently did a Nardwuar interview where he stated that another inspiration of his is rapper Lil B, aka the Bass God, who didn't just influence him, but literally knighted him.
Lil B the Bass God, I was saying this to Tyler the Creator on set recently because Tyler had no idea that I was knighted by Lil B, and then he said he could sense my aura, gave off someone who had been knighted by Lil B. He invited me on stage and he knighted me, and honestly, he said that boy's hand's been blessed, and from there my acting career took off.
Thank you, Bass God.
Thank you, Bass God. I was struggling before that. I was nominated for an Oscar by the time I was 22, Shout out Lil B. Nothing possible without Lil B. Pray to the Bass God.
From that point on, Chalamet's career took off in a way that felt different from any other actor in Hollywood. Timothee is not your average polished or corporate star. He is both goofy and charismatic at the same time.
If you're an actor, if you lose your sense of humanity, if you lose your stink, for lack of a better word, people will see that on screen. You do see it on screen.
Oh, you seem too fancy, you seem out of touch.
Well, people are gonna know.
Now, Timothee is not the only famous rapper in this movie, which brings us to his co-star, Tyler the Creator. Tyler and Timothee go way back. In 2018, just months after Call Me By Your Name was released, Tyler name-dropped Chalamet in his song Okra.
Tell Tim Chalamet to come get at me.
Fast forward a few years, and now Tyler is starring alongside him in Marty Supreme, calling it his first acting role, even though this man has been playing characters for all of his albums.
This nigga just would look at me and just start rapping. I done heard every T-Pain song. I'm sprung, oh, you get me. At 3 a.m.
Not to mention the fact that even Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank is in the movie, who appears to be a really solid actor.
People ask me all the time, why are you so mean? I'm not mean. Is this cherry mean? Is this apricot mean? No, they're not mean. I'm not mean either. I just tell the truth.
All of these intertextual references and Timothee's history adds to the authenticity of this campaign, which didn't feel like actors being hired to promote a movie. It felt like two worlds colliding naturally. The reason why this all worked is precisely because you cannot replicate this type of marketing. It was an amalgamation of perfect timing and luck, Timothée Chalamet being in the right time at the right place. Now, to top it all off, there were rumors circulating that Timothee was going undercover as an underground UK rapper named SDK, who was blowing up at the exact time of the film's release. Fans noticed the similarity in their eyes and thought it was actually Timothée Chalamet.
Is this you?
All will be revealed in due time.
Well, Timothee wasn't lying, because Lil Timmy Tim made a biblical comeback, dropping a verse on Esdeekid's track after a casual 15-year hiatus. And of course, Esdeekid wore the Marty Supreme jacket. As Martin Scorsese would say, this is absolute cinema. No studio could have planned an event like this, and it only worked because it was all authentic. So what about the movie itself? Is it any good, or is it overhyped? Well, speaking for myself, I was naturally drawn to it because of my dad, but seeing as not many people's dads are professional table tennis players, I wasn't all too sure about its reach. But boy, did they surpass it. The movie had a limited release of 6 theaters upon its release, and had the highest per-screen average of the year, making a whopping $150,000 per screening, becoming A24's second biggest opening ever. Now, in terms of the story, it tricks you into thinking it'll be a normal sports movie for about 30 minutes before evolving into the most ridiculous, nightmarish Safdie Brothers comedy to date. There was just the perfect amount of ping pong in this movie, which is something I've never said before. But in all seriousness, the movie was an ode to the nightmare fuel of the American dream, and a complete deconstruction of today's hustle grind set, told through the eyes of Marty Supreme. It's a hell of a ride that somehow got me crying in the final scene. I would highly recommend you to go see it. It's actually a really funny and inspiring movie.
A movie about sacrifice in pursuit of a dream, and it's something I can relate to deeply, and we live in a bleak time, especially for young people, so this film is an attempt at an antidote to that, and to continue to believe in yourself, to continue to dream big, and to follow your dreams and not take no for an answer. That's the spirit of Marty Supreme, Christmas Day, Marty Supreme, dream big, Marty Supreme, Christmas Day.
Yeah. Marty Supreme wasn't just a movie release. It was a reminder that marketing works best when it doesn't feel like marketing. But here's the thing, you can't mass produce this or just swap in another actor. This only worked because Timothée Chalamet was the brand. If studios try to copy the surface without understanding the soul, it'll most likely fail. You can get lost in the sauce, but without the sauce, you are lost. Or as Marty would say, you cannot ping without the pong. But if they learn the lesson right, who knows where it could take the future of movie marketing. Marty Supreme is proof that Timothee is the DiCaprio of our generation, and truly is in pursuit of greatness.
This is going to have a huge boom on table tennis.
I hope so.
Oh, huge.
Yeah, I've done a lot of backdoor investments in small table tennis companies. So basically, that was actually why I did this movie.
Now, while you're at the cinemas for Marty Supreme, I recommend grabbing another bucket of popcorn and going straight to see Die My Love, starring our man Robert Pattinson and Jennifer Lawrence, directed by Lynn Ramsay, which is currently showing in cinemas. Die My Love is a very interesting psychosexual drama told with shades of horror and dark humor, diving deep into the mind of an untamable woman. It explores how her environment and relationship fuel a dark descent into madness, with both Jennifer Lawrence and our man Robert Pattinson delivering some pretty award-worthy performances. This film is brought to you by our trusted partner Mubi, a curated streaming service dedicated to elevating great cinema from all around the world. You can try Mubi free for 30 days at mubi.com/docinema. That's mubi.com/docinema for an entire month of great cinema completely free.